Hello, this is Mindy from The Weekend Gardener, and today I'd like to answer a viewer's question. The question this viewer sent me was, can I take cuttings from basil? And the answer is yes. There are two types of cuttings that you can take. One is a tip cutting, and the second is called a heel cutting. And I'm going to show you how to do both. The first thing that you need to do, if your basil has seeded, is you need to remove the seeds from the part of the plant that you plan to take the cutting from. So we're simply going to break this off and dispose of it. The next step is to take your cutting. Now, whether you are doing a heel cutting or you're doing a tip cutting, you need to make it at an angle. This prevents water from pooling on the stem and rotting it. So, first cut that I'm going to do is a tip cutting. You typically want at least one set of leaves, preferably two sets of leaves, when you do a tip cutting. And a tip cutting is the very top of the stem. Now, one may ask, what is a set of leaves? A set of leaves is two leaves that are actually across from each other. So in this example, I'm actually going to take it down to this set here. I'm going to cut this plant at an angle. Now, basil is very easy to root. You can root it in water, you can root it in perlite, or you can simply root it in soil. Regardless of the method that you choose to use, you need to remove any leaves that may touch the surface of the rooting medium that you have chosen. If you are rooting in vermiculite or soil, you will need to use some type of rooting hormone. If you don't have a commercial variety, you can simply use honey. And what you do is you simply stick the stem in the honey, and then you stick it in the soil or perlite. The second type of cutting is heel cutting. And a heel cutting actually takes a side shoot, and in this example, this is the main shoot of the basil, and I'm actually going to take a cutting here at the stem. Now, what the heel is the part of the original stem, or the main stem is called the heel. You follow the exact same process if you are going to root it in perlite or soil. If you're going to root it in water, simply stick it in a cup of water and put it on the windowsill. Once it roots, simply plant it in the soil just like you would normal basil. So hopefully that's answered the viewer's question. And until we meet in the garden again, this has been Mindy from The Weekend Gardener.